Hey guys, thank you for joining. So, today I was just sitting around, doing my thing. I was on YouTube, I was playing some games, and I was just contemplating a lot of stuff, or not a lot of stuff. I was contemplating the topic that I'm going to be discussing today, and it's something that I was actually considering doing way earlier in the channel, closer to the thought process series that I actually ended up trashing. But it's something that when I was doing a lot more serious related stuff, it was sort of with that group, and then it just sort of got pushed to the side, and I thought I would address it today. And it's a really serious subject, and I hope you guys will take it to the highest understanding and awareness, because there are certain subjects that do need to be retouched upon, because people in this day and age have just sort of pushed some of these subjects back, and it's becoming more problematic as time goes on. And it's not something to be joking about. I'm going to be addressing certain groups of people within this video, but I hope you guys understand that I am not trying to be over the top about something, because I do have a serious side to me, and it can be very serious sometimes, and I can get really adamant about something that's wrong. But as you know, on my channel, I like to be fun, I like to laugh, I like to do all sorts of things, but then there again comes a time when you have to address certain issues. And so the topic of today's video is actually going to be depression. And like I said, I was going to address it way earlier, but it's just been something that I was like, I don't know, today more than ever I felt like I needed to address it. I don't know, maybe there's a certain reason why I was supposed to address it today. I may never know. But it's a really serious problem, and it's something that a lot of people go through in their life. Some people are clinically depressed and some are not. Me personally, I've went through some stages of it. I mean, I've went through, something that a lot of people go through, which is mild stages of depression where you're just getting down about things. And I've went through a harsh stage of it where it was just so much stuff had just went on that I just was done. I was like, I just want to go in my room and I don't want to come out for a long time. But besides the point, that's besides the point. But it's something that a lot of people, they always seem to misunderstand. They always seem to overlook it. At least a lot of people I know. Or not that I know, but people seem to overlook it or make fun of it sometimes, and it's not something to joke about. It's really not. It's something that some people, like I said, they're either clinically depressed, which means that they have to have medication for it, and it's something that they have to deal with for a long time or their whole life, or, and then there's other cases where it's just pretty much for most people, or if not all people at some point in their life. And it's something that a lot of people deal with, or everyone deals with in their own way. And one of the most common ways you may have heard throughout time is people like to eat their problems away. Like, they like to get the bowl of ice cream and they like to sit on the couch, and that's how they'll deal with it. But there's other extreme ways, and the most extreme way of being depressed to a certain extent is suicide. And it's not something that needs to ever be joked about, because it's a very serious thing. It's a very saddening thing. It's one of the things that saddens me the most, to think that someone's either been antagonized or bullied so much that they're willing to take their own life, and they probably wouldn't have been otherwise if people hadn't been rude or obnoxious or just completely being just destructive to their whatever, to being just completely rude to someone. And I have to say that I've been on Instagram before where I've been checking up with hashtags like Five Nights at Freddy's, and to keep up with developments and things, so I know how to properly make a video for a certain day, or if I know that there's a new thing coming out and I need to talk about it. But one of the most common things I've seen is that mixed in with all the Five Nights at Freddy's hashtags is there's people who think it's funny, and it's not. It is not funny. There are people who think it's funny to put pictures of self-harm, such as cutting or any other things linked to stuff like that, and they hashtag it with like so many common search hashtags, and it's not funny, okay? For you to be making fun of people who may be going through that, you may not it may not be the smartest thing that they can do, and it's obviously not. There's so many other alternatives to being able to talk problems through, because there's people always there for you, whether you know it or not. It is not okay to be making fun of them because you don't understand maybe what their situation is. To them, they may think that it is the most plausible way of dealing with the situation at the time. I have a couple of friends and other people that I know who I know have went through that kind of thing. It is not okay, okay? My friends, I will never make fun of them because they've done something like that. If any of my subscribers, who I love and care for very much, even though I don't know you guys personally, if any of you have ever went through that or do go through that, know that there is always someone there for you, okay? There's always someone there for you. Even if no one else is going to talk, and if you don't want to talk about your problems, if you even want to just hit me up on Twitter sometime and just ask for prayer, you don't even have to specify what is going on. If you just want me to pray for you throughout the week, I would be more than happy to help you, because you guys have built the channel. You guys are what makes the channel the channel. And so any way that I can help give back to you guys is really going to help. I want to be able to be there for you guys as much as possible. And if I can pray for someone that is struggling with depression or anything else related to this, I want to be able to help you guys. Even if it's just praying for you, I want you to know that at least someone is going to be there for you to help you through that. And like I said, there's a bunch of different ways that people deal with depression, and I know there's quite a few because I've heard about a bunch of them. Be it at school, learning about it, or hearing about it from other people who've went through it. Give them talking about it, giving their testimonies and stuff about how they overcame it. There's always these different methods, and they're not necessarily smart methods. But one of the best things you can do is always give your problems to God, okay? He doesn't care what you've done in your life. He always wants to be there for you. He always will love you, no matter how distraught your life may be, no matter how bad you think you may have been. It doesn't matter what you've done. He'll always forgive you if you just genuinely ask for the forgiveness. But he, more importantly, loves everyone unconditionally. And if you just give your problems to him and give it time, you will see results. And if you just keep your head up, please keep your head up. I don't know, this is a really rough subject because it's like very touchy, and I just want you guys to know that, as cheesy or as corny as it may sound, I want you guys to know that there's always someone there for you. And again, if no one else is going to be there for you, I would like to be there for you. And you can just, even on my Facebook page or on Twitter or even in the comments section, you can just put "pray for me." You can put something to let me know that you want to be prayed over and that you want help with something. And to those, again, people who think it's funny to mess with those who are struggling, no. Because it's a sad thing for you to think that you're putting for you to think that you're making yourself look better by putting others down, you're making yourself look worse. Sure, there may be people who laugh at you and may think that you're funny. In general, it's not funny. It's really not funny. It's not okay. I don't know what else to say because I've sort of covered everything. I sort of retouched on things multiple times because that's just how I am. But I want you guys to reach out to others. I want you guys to, if you know people, if you have friends, if you just know people at your school or wherever you may be in your workplace who may be struggling with depression or other things related to it, be there for them. Be the person who will be there to listen through their problems and help each other. It could, maybe you guys can pray for each other. You guys can, maybe the person who's struggling can even help you in certain aspects, and we just need to learn to help each other. And I don't know, maybe we can even reduce a lot of the depression that goes on in the world just by helping each other work through those problems instead of bashing others or making fun of them. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's talk. It was rather serious. Hopefully I'll be able to find a couple more subjects to be able to talk about like this in the future. Again, for the most part, I want to try to keep the channel as happy and as carefree as possible, but I do want to touch on subjects that I'm really impressed upon to be doing when and if I can. But if you guys enjoyed it, please drop a like below. Please share it. Please help everyone else to be able to understand and realize the problem, to be able to help others. But as always, have a top-notch day, and I'll catch you later.